As you've probably noticed, ranking up in Battlefield 6 takes a long time. So I've put this video together after playing for a whole week already with early access, so you can rank up as fast as possible and unlock all the best guns, attachments, and gadgets that you'll need to dominate the battlefield, whilst not making the same mistakes that I did, as I've also learned a few tricks that are complete experience hacks that you'll see later in the video. Now, the first thing we're going to focus on is before you even get into a game to help you rank up as fast as possible, and you'll find it at the top of your screen under challenges. And there are really three categories that you want to pay attention to. You'll have your daily challenges, which obviously refresh every single day and give you a ton of experience to help you, especially with those early levels. Just complete them, get them done. And one of the greatest things about the challenge system right at the start of the game is that you can complete multiple at the exact same time. Now, everyone's challenges are a little bit different, especially the daily and weeklies. So you may need to kind of have a quick kind of browse over them to see what to do exactly. But for example, I had to complete a match in any game modes, get score as support, and get kills with a sniper rifle, which I haven't done yet, but I will do. Then you've got your weekly challenges. These will give you a ton of extra experience, so you have to do all of these. And like I said, I've got to get sniper kills so I could potentially get the headshots over 150 meters of recon at the exact same time, and you just get a ton of experience. So make sure to check your challenges and do them. You've then got assignments. Now, this is what is available to every single person. Now, trust me, actively try and complete these. So if for example, you go for the large modes challenge, you're playing large modes, play Conquest first, because then you will be able to complete the match of Conquest, capture objectives, and then you will unlock the next stage, right, in the challenge, which then will allow you to earn the big experience gain. So then go play Breakthrough and so on, and you'll get a ton of extra rewards as well, including like weapon camos. It's a really cool system. Make sure to take advantage of it. Go through, look what you're doing, and just make sure to combine them with other challenges that are listed. You'll gain a lot of experience. Now, the next best way to make sure that you're earning as much experience as possible in Battlefield 6 is you want to be playing modes that give you the opportunity to be involved in as much action as possible. If you're not in constant action, surrounded by teammates and enemies, the amount of experience you can earn will be drastically lower. For that reason, I've exclusively stuck to playing Breakthrough, because both teams are forced to play within a fairly small zone, meaning you can rank up super quickly, and it also leads on to one of my big experience hacks if you're playing as recon. The recon drone is quite possibly one of the fastest ways to get a lot of score very quickly, especially on maps like Manhattan Bridge in the first breakthrough point. If you're on both attack and defend, you'll earn score for every single enemy that you spot with the drone. But not only that, you'll also get assist points for everyone that is killed, which is even more effective if you're playing with a good squad that are picking up a lot of kills. This is also a method that doesn't really require you to be incredible at the game, and it helps give your teammates a ton of intel at the same time, which is going to help you win the match. This is currently a little bit under the radar, but try to fly as high as possible so it's difficult for the enemy team to shoot you down if they're a little bit more aware that you might be using a drone. Also, try to stick to using this drone tactic when there's only one objective to play for, because all the enemies and teammates are a little bit closer together. So that first objective on Manhattan Bridge is a prime example. Next, this may seem super obvious, but the fastest way to rank up in Battlefield 6 isn't racking up a ton of kills. So for those of you that just sit on the sides of the map, shooting at people and not getting involved in the action, you're going to take a million years to level up compared to people throwing themselves in. But instead, the best way to get experience and end up on the top of the scoreboard is team play and objectives. At all times, you want to make sure you're pushing capture points, and also being where the majority of your team are, because Battlefield heavily rewards you assisting or supporting your teammates in so many ways. Like, you get 50 score just for a squad member spawning on you. You literally have to do nothing yourself. But it leads me onto one of the big tips for getting the most amount of score early on is to play as support. Not only do you get one of the best guns in the game currently at the start, the L110, but if you're playing objectives like we just mentioned with the majority of your team, you're going to get a ridiculous amount of experience, especially when playing Breakthrough. To do that, you want to make sure you're constantly dropping your supply bag in high traffic areas. You'll complete a load of challenges and also get experience every time someone grabs ammo or starts healing, which is pretty darn often. But the biggest XP trick is using the defibs. Throw a smoke grenade over your fallen teammates, run in, and start rezzing everyone. This is especially effective if you're capturing an objective because there will be a lot of action, and you'll combine support experience along with objective experience. But for my early hands-on, the two best classes at getting experience are recon and support, and engineer if you like hanging around a tank. Now, you'll probably already be realizing there are so many small things that you can do in Battlefield 6 to help you rank up as fast as possible. But another one I've seen not enough people doing is taking advantage of the ping system. Just by tapping your left trigger or bumper on the objective that you're capturing, you'll earn extra experience. Along with spotting enemies, equipment, or vehicle, it's a small detail, but get into the habit of doing it and you'll level up even faster. Now, another thing that you're going to want to make sure that you're doing to rank up as fast as possible is to use your experience boost. Now, all you've got to do to be able to do that is when you're on the play menu right here is tap your left trigger or L2, depending on what controller you're using, and it will bring up your experience boosters and modifiers. Now, the experience boosters you will earn from completing challenges or being given them for whatever reason, and these tick down in real time. So I would advise make sure you're playing for the amount of time that is available. So if you're already playing for like half an hour, don't go and pop your hour double experience because they're going to go to waste. But make sure you're using these at prime times when you're using as many experience modifiers as possible. Now, there are two currently available. You've got the Battlefield 6 owned, which I'm sure you have if you're playing already, and then join a party. Play with a friend, you get an extra 5% experience, which is then going to make sure you're getting the most experience possible in your play session. Small things, but small details build up a lot of experience. Now, my last couple of tips include make sure when you're ranking up, try not to change your weapon that often. Choose one or two weapons that you want to focus on leveling up, that you enjoy, and get those to max level, because some of the best attachments that you earn in the game, like the blue laser, for example, aren't unlocked till a lot later. And if you're constantly changing your weapons, you're not going to get enough experience momentum to reach those higher levels. So choose one or two guns and stick with them. And then finally, just enjoy the game. Battlefield 6 has to be one of the greatest FPSs that we've had in a long, long time. Enjoy it, play with your friends, and you'll rank up in no time. And I'll see you for more Battlefield, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and see you next time.